Welcome to this week's video. It's all about well-being. And well-being is all about you being well. Let's get started. A really good friend of mine, Dr. Andy Hall, talks about well-being in a really distinctive way. He says he wants you to be more selfish. And what does he mean by that? Exactly the same thing that they mean when you get on an aircraft. If you're with children, they always say, if there's a problem and the oxygen masks fall from the ceiling, fit your own first. That way you'll be strong enough to look after the people around you. It's exactly the same when it comes to well-being. So today I'm going to share 3 techniques, 3 strategies, 3 tools, and 3 wishes for you at this time of year. And these are all focused on your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and your spiritual well-being. So first, 3 techniques. If you haven't heard about it this year, then you've obviously been living on a different planet. But meditation has been the thing on everybody's minds, everybody's lips all year. There's loads of ways you can meditate, whether you're just sitting still, whether you're thinking. I think somebody's come up with thinkitation, or whether you've got more sort of spiritual and religious based techniques for meditating. It doesn't really matter. Just meditate. Take some time, create some quiet space for yourself to just switch off or switch on, whichever way you want to think about it. It's all about you with your own thoughts and your own opportunity to take some me time. So that's meditation. That's the first one. The second one is move. And I really don't care how you do this, whether it's walking, whether it's doing some chair aerobics, or whether it's doing some high intensity training. Whatever you decide to do when it comes to movement is going to be good. It gets the metabolism working, it gets the body moving, it gets the brain oxygenated, and it helps you think and it builds your resilience. So moving is the second technique. The third one needs to begin with M now. Meals. Whatever you need to put inside your body nutritionally needs to be good for you. It needs to be healthy. But don't do it all at once. Don't just suddenly throw everything out that you've ever loved in your life because you need to be healthy. Just start to introduce it on a regular basis. First 1 meal a day, then 2 meals a day, then 3 meals a day. Each time you're just replacing old habits with new ideas when it comes to healthy eating. So introduce those healthy meals on a gradual basis, and all of a sudden you won't want some of the other things as much. So those 3 strategies I wanted to share with you. The first one of them is embrace the idea of routines. Routines are magical because what they do is they move you when you don't feel like moving. So if you've got a routine in your life, it makes whatever it is that you're building into that routine easier to accomplish. There's nothing more difficult, especially in the darker winter months when you just want to curl up in under the duvet or in whatever bed that you're sleeping in. You just don't want to get out. But if you've got a routine that spurs you on, that says to your brain, hold on, this is what I'm doing next, this is what I'm doing next, this is what I'm doing next. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to make it a big challenge every time you want to do something that you know is good for you. So get a routine going. Start first thing in the morning and end last thing at night with a whole bunch of mini routines that you slowly build up and transform your life through a process that really works. I can't recommend it enough. Routines. Build routines into your life. The second strategy is don't be so judgmental. If you had a friend, a best friend, that was struggling in any aspect of their life, would you be really harsh? Would you say, stop being so stupid, stop being so useless, stop procrastinating, stop? You just wouldn't have that mindset. You wouldn't have that language for your best friend. So why do you use the same language for yourself? Stop being so judgmental. Stop being so harsh on yourself. You are doing an amazing job. Just doing all the things that you're doing today. Just supporting all the people that you're supporting today. Everything that you do, if you add it all up, is an amazing achievement. So stop being so harsh just because there's one aspect, or even if there's 10 aspects that you're not quite working on yet. Dial down the judgment and start increasing the arm around the shoulder, the encouragement, because just as you'd encourage your best friend, you should encourage yourself too. And the third strategy is to just do it. Now, I know this has become a phrase that everybody sort of says, oh, you almost roll your eyes now, don't you? Don't just do it. But the reason is, it's an understanding that any nerves or anxiety we feel about something are normal. You'll have heard actors say that they when they get the butterflies in the stomach, all they think about is how can we get those butterflies flying in formation. So it is normal to feel anxious and to feel nervous about doing something that maybe you haven't done for a while, or maybe is totally new to you. The key is to do it and then do it again and then do it again, because what happens is when you take action, after a short period of time, that action itself becomes normal, and all of a sudden you won't be anxious about whatever it is that you were anxious about the first time. We know that in every aspect of our life. We can think back to when we were younger. We can think back to just last year when we tried something new for the first time, and actually just a little bit of practice and all of a sudden it's normal. And now I've got 3 tools for you, and these are all to do with your mental well-being. And the first of these is an app called Elevate. I'm not sponsored by Elevate, but I just have been using it for about a year myself, and I think it's fantastic. Every day they set you different challenges, different mental challenges. Maybe it's around words, maybe it's around reading, maybe it's around arithmetic, maybe it's around problem solving. They're all lovely little, easy to do, but increasingly challenging little tasks. So that's a great one for your mental well-being. Keep the brain cells active. The second one is an app that a good friend of mine created called Mindchi, and it will take you through 8 steps, and you can do these at any time during the day. You can access it on an iOS platform phone. It's not available on Windows yet, but you can see some videos online. It's called Mindchi. It's literally 8 minutes a day to improve your overall mental resilience and get you going. Gets the brain going in just the same way as we want to do some physical exercise. And talking of physical exercise, the third tool that I want to recommend to you is any internet search engine. I want you to put in 3 words: best fitness apps, and find one that works for you. I'm not going to recommend any, because actually we're all different and we all want to do different, have different physical targets, we have different training requirements. So find one that works for you. There are literally hundreds, and those 3 words in any search engine will find you something of real value. And finally, as Christmas approaches, I have 3 wishes for you. I wish you health. I know that's been a big challenge this year. I wish you peace. Whatever's going on in your brain, give yourself a break. Get in touch with people, have a chat, reconnect with people that maybe you haven't connected with for a while. Wish you peace. And my final one is I wish you happiness. 2021 is absolutely going to be a much better year than 2020. I don't think there's any doubt about that, but I want it to be the best year that you've ever had. I want it to be the happiest year. We've all had our values attacked and given us pause for thought this year in terms of what's really important. And for me, it's happiness. And I want to wish you the happiest year you've ever had. Go and have a great one, and I'll catch up with you soon.